Hi, I'm Dana Bowman from Laptop Magazine. I'm here with the new HP ProBook 4510S. So the ProBook is a brand new line from HP. It complements the EliteBook series, which you've already seen plenty of from us. And whereas the EliteBook is really a premium line that has very small computers and very durable, elegantly designed ones, this is a more entry-level system. The 4510S that we have here, for example, costs just $699. And for $699, the design really isn't bad, although the lid, as you'll see, is just plain old lid. It's kind of glossy here, and it picks up fingerprints pretty easily, just like the rest of the system. You'll see that the inside is a little bit more textured. So you have the speaker strip up here. You have these neat blue LED lights over here and in the front, which adds a nice touch. Although there's sort of a glossy finish on the keyboard panel back here, both the palm rest and the keys themselves have more of a satiny finish. So it has sort of a more textured, complicated look than just a boring, dull machine. One thing I do want to point out is that the keyboard is actually the first island keyboard that HP has ever put out, so that's significant. And there's a lot of things we like about it. First of all, it has a full number pad, which is unusual for a 15-inch system. This is a 15.6-inch display, by the way. And they have a very comfortable feel. They're evenly spaced, they're nicely spaced, and they have a very soft satin finish, which is just very comfortable on the fingers. The only thing is that the keyboard seems to have a little bit of flex, but then again, this is a pre-production unit, so we don't want to pass too much judgment on that. So overall, we do like the keyboard. One thing I'm not as big of a fan of is the touchpad and the buttons here. The touchpad is plenty big, as you'll see. I have plenty of room for my finger, but there's sort of a rubbery finish here, which it's easy enough to bring my finger across the screen here, but I'd like a little bit less friction as I drag my finger here. The touch buttons are the real issue because they have this unusual trapdoor shape here, which we've never really seen on a notebook before. The buttons are firmly attached over here, but then you press down and look, it's a trapdoor. The bottom sort of collapses, almost like pressing a piano key. And it's a weird sensation, and frankly, I haven't quite gotten used to that yet. So as I said, this is a 15.6-inch display. It's also available with a 17-inch version. If you are watching this from abroad, there's going to be a 14-inch version available, but that will not be available in the US. It has a matte finish, which is good for viewing angles and good for business users. Now, just giving you a brief overview of the system. So most of the ports are on this side. You've got Kensington lock slot, Ethernet, VGA, HDMI, 2 out of the 4 USB ports. You've got an Express Card 34 slot, 5-in-1 memory card reader, headphone mic, DVD burner, of course. You've got the AC adapter all the way near where my thumb is, and you've got the other 2 USB ports right there. So again, the system is $699. It has a 2.1 gigahertz Intel Core 2 Duo processor. It has 2 gigs of RAM. This is Windows Vista Business, and it's the 32-bit version. And in fact, you can only get 32-bit versions installed, although it does support 64-bit if you want to install that yourself. And it has a 250 gigabyte, 5400 RPM hard drive. In terms of durability, you won't get quite the same durability or the same durability features that you would get on the EliteBook line, which has an anodized aluminum chassis, but this does still have a spill-resistant keyboard, which is always good news for a business notebook, and it has a lot of HP's business-oriented software on it. There's spare key in case you forget your password. It has a 3D accelerometer inside to protect the hard drive. It has drive encryption. So there's a lot of tools there that you've seen on the EliteBook notebooks, but that have now trickled down into this more budget-friendly line. That's been our first look at the HP ProBook 4510S. Check out our full review at laptopmag.com.